Yo, what's poppin'? You already know what time it is. Your boy, Mr. J Hill. J Hill was in the building. J Hill Podcast. Oh, man, special guest. I always say this when I go back home, but I'm going to get used to going back home because that's what we doing, man. We put niggas on when we get on. That's what real niggas do. J Addo is in the building. What up, dog?
Yes, sir. What it do, man? All is well.
Hey,
Can't
man,
complain.
give me some love, man.
God is good. God is good, brother.
All the time. Yo, so, man, I don't even know where to start at. First of all, how are you? How is your mental? Give me a mental check-in, 1 to 10.
That's a great question, man. I would say I'm definitely at a 9. You know, you have them days, especially being a black man in America, but I would definitely say I'm at a 9. I feel good, feel blessed. Family's good. Family's healthy. Life is good. I really can't complain. So I would say mental is definitely at a 9. You know, you have them days where, you know, it feels a little dark sometimes, but you quickly snap out of it when you realize how blessed and grateful you are.
When the last time you had one of them days when it felt dark?
Probably last week. Right, last week, I ran because sometimes, you know, I wake up and I think one thing that I realized, I got out that mindset, but you still have the moments. Like, you know, even when you're doing great, sometimes you think, you know, when you see a peer doing great things, sometimes you can have that factor where it's like, I can do more than what that person's doing. It's not a hate thing. It's not a jealousy thing, but it's like a human thing.
Thank you for talking about it because people always scared to talk about that, that instant, like, you know, like, jealousy feeling, envious feeling. It's okay. I feel like these are human emotions. I feel like, me personally, I feel like as long as you check those feelings at the door, then it's okay. Now, when you move on these emotions, that's when it's a problem. That's just my personal opinion. A lot of people are scared to talk about that jealousy side, right? Because they just don't know how to. They hear it and they're like, jealousy. Like, bro, we all feel it sometimes. Like, sometimes you see your homie, it's like, fuck. You know what I'm saying?
I can do that too, and I can do more, you know, but it's like you said, you check yourself at the door, you understand, and you think about your own life. You recap your own life, oh, I'm blessed. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. That's, like you said, it's a smack in God's face by not being grateful and not showing God. You moving in my life too, so. No
cap.
Yeah.
You know what I do in those times sometimes? Sometimes I double down on the love. Like, let's say me and you close, right, and something happened, and I don't know if I'm just watching, I'm just, you know, I'm not on my thing or whatever, like some people would say, and I'm looking at you and you doing good. If I feel something, I'll give you a shout out. I'll text you, yo, you doing good. I double down on the love to block that negativity out, because God, just like God is real, the devil is real, right? So a lot of times people just be scared to acknowledge that we got some shit with us. You know what I'm saying? As humans, you feel me? So like sometimes when those situations happen, I double down on the good.
That's true.
Like, you know what? If I got a negative, I'm like, you know what? Man, look at the positive.
It's too much. It's too much positive going on. Too much.
Yo, speaking of those human emotions, man, you've been doing this for years. I mean, like 10 plus at this point.
Yep. So I started 2010. I started making music. You know, just playing around with it, seeing what I want to do. I took it serious in 2011. So from 2011 to 2015, I built a strong following for that, and then I took a break. From 2015 to 2019, early 19, I took a break. Came back in 19. Felt good. You know, my mental wasn't the best. We just talking about that too as well. Like, I feel like I took that break because a lot of broken promises, especially being a young artist, when you start making music at 18, 19, you deal with a lot of business things more than you actually imagine, you know? So I felt like I was at a moment where it's like, I'm dealing with a bad manager. I'm dealing with a bad deal going wrong. Somebody's telling me I'm going on this big network and it doesn't fall through. So you're 19, 20. That's heartbreakers right there, you know? And, you know, you're at a point where it's like you don't realize speaking too soon can block your own blessings. So I was at that time, I used to be like, oh, I'm about to get on this. Tell my friends. And you don't get on it. You like, they like, what happened? I'm like, didn't happen, you know? So I think that was a big journey in my life, just realizing that I had to take a break. A lot of people, they'll just keep going, but I was going to run myself to the ground. Like, just dealing with that, like I said, the broken promises, manager, everything like that. So I took that break. 2015 and early 2019, I came back and just started going crazy.
Hit the ground running.
Yeah, and look back.
How do you feel like your legacy is perceived back home?
Oh, it's love, man. When we do things, I'm forever grateful for my support system. Like, and it's from the mud. It's not one of those systems where I got a co-sign from a celebrity, somebody put me on. Nah, it's from the mud, and you know all about that. So sure. I feel like my following, it's like a mini cult following on the low, because like we have shows, video shoots, and it's all there. Shows, video shoots, anything J Addo related, they pop out.
You know what I think I fuck with, like you said, it's all there, right? Even like when I'm doing my research and shit, I see interviews from 10 years ago, 11 years ago, right? And I'm like, bro, this is so dope. Yeah. A lot of people try to get that stuff removed, but for you, it's like it stays there, and it's such a nostalgia around it, because it's like, bro, damn, like look at this guy now. I would have never thought that this was him.
Not in a million years.
Damn. So during that break, what were some of the things that you decided to do when you took that break from music?
Man, you know, the break exposed a lot of the fake love because I would say that because when I was, when you're hot, everyone loves you. Everyone loves you when you hot. You know, it's easy.
It's a fact.
You getting this girl, you talking to that person, you talking to this, you getting that love. So when you get a little cold and isolated, you start seeing who's there for you. So I realized I was like, certain people weren't hitting me up no more. I wouldn't talk to this person like I used to. This certain person won't talk to me. I'm like, dang, that wasn't a friend. That wasn't a homie. That was somebody that was using me for my wave, So when I took that setback, I took that moment, I was like, all right, I'm not making no music. I'm chilling. I'm not doing nothing. I got to be Jeff, not Jay Addo. I got to be Jeff. I got to be normal. I got to see who was there for me. And it was the most beautiful thing I ever say because that's what everybody needs. It's easy to be there for everyone when they hot. But when you cold and you ain't getting no bookings, you ain't nobody talking to you, you see them real friends, man.
It's crazy because, like, you speak on how we need the break, right? And you took that break and you was able to, like, tap into yourself for real. And you saw who was exposed to fake from the real.
Yeah.
During that time, what do you think was the most pivotal part in your life to help you, to make you continue to your career? From the break to starting again in 2019.
I think the most pivotal part from coming back, you're saying? Like coming back?
Yeah, just during that break to make you even want to continue to keep going.
So it's funny because 2017, I thought I was ready. Wasn't. 2018, I thought I was ready. I wasn't.
How did you know you wasn't, though?
I felt it. Like, it was like, this goes back to what I was saying with the peers. You see your peers, it's like, oh, I can do what that person's doing too. But I came in a place in 2019 early, I was like, I'm not worried about nobody got going on. I'm worried about Jay Addo. So I came to afraid, I don't care how that person's doing. If they hot, they doing this. I'm in a place where Jay Addo can worry about Jay Addo. So when 2019 came around, I was like, I'm dropping. I said, I feel it. I didn't tell no one, but I was like, it's about to be my moment. So it's crazy how you brought that up too. So I didn't know how I wanted to drop because, you take a 3-4 year break, you got to come back strong. You can't just drop a song and
But before we get to you dropping the song, right? No, before we get there, because I'm trying to tap into the mental space, right? Were you, like, at an all-time high financially? Were you, like, in the best space you ever been? When it comes to your mental space to be like, you know what, I'm ready. Where were you at in your life at that moment?
In top of 2019, like you just said, I felt like I was at peace with, like, I had my circle. I had the love. Everybody, I saw who was there for me. So that 3 years, you got to see everybody's true colors. So I think I finally got to that moment where I was like, I'm ready to come back.
What was it that gave you that peace, though? What moment was it that, how did you know, like, this is my peace? How did you know
That's a great question. How did I know? I don't know if there was an exact moment that hit me. It might have been multiple moments. I think it was just kind of like, this blessing might have been happening. This might have happened. But I would say the ultimate moment I could really think of was, I would probably say after skydiving. So I actually ended up going skydiving in 2019 for my birthday. It's crazy because it was just regular skydiving, my birthday, having fun. And I went up there, did everything, and I felt crazy. Like, I felt the wind, everything was going crazy. I was like, so I told my lady, I was like, the pictures look crazy. She's like, what do you mean? The pictures look, I was like, the pictures look crazy. So when I came back down, I saw the photos. She was like, these are viral worthy. These are viral photos. So when I posted those photos, what happened? It went viral. It literally went viral with Shade Room, Fox 5, ABC, everything you could name, picked up the photos. So that was my moment. And I would not say that wasn't a mistake. That was something that God created, that big platform for me. So I flipped the viral moment, dropped the song. And it was a great song. Dropped the song, flipped it from those skydiver interviews to just straight made a music interview. So ABC would interview me for a skydiving. I'd be like, oh, by the way, I make music. Boom. So it was literally that perfect platform to switch in, and literally went from skydiving to dropping the video on BET for the first time. So that flip was crazy. And it was nobody but the man above. I don't care. No one tell me. It was God. God ordained. God handled that for me because that was I knew, like I said, I didn't know how I wanted to drop, but I wanted to drop. And that was my platform.
I mean, you literally dropped out the sky.
Literally dropped out the sky. Literally.
So it's crazy that you kind of like seized that moment, right? A lot of people, they say success is when preparation meets opportunity, right? That's what they say. And it's crazy because you was already prepared. You already did the music and shit like that, right? So like now you had this opportunity because like, yo, I got the spotlight on me.
Tell you.
What other time than now, right?
Yes.
Like it was crazy. It's perfect time. It's God. Like you said, it's literally, if you put everything together, you look back, it was literally the stars aligned. It was God ordained. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So now it's just like, where is it now?
Oh, we've been.
It look crazy.
Yeah, we literally. So from 2019 to 2022, where we at, man. So it's crazy because we've put in so much work. Obviously, COVID happened, so 2020 was a little slower than we all wanted it to be. But 2019, we were hot. 2020, we were hot. 2021, we were hot. 2022, we have a project out, album out. Everything is on above. I'm performing in Afrotrella later in the year. That's African. First time ever performing in Africa. It's a blessing. Spoken to existence in July. It happened. Got that call in October. So that's God ordained again.
Of course.
And then I got another show that I'm doing top of the year, headlining for the first time at Union Stage. So everything is literally lining up in my favor. Like, and everyone that knows me personally, they know Jeff put in that work.
Nah, it's crazy because somebody had hit me about you, and they was like, they would said your name, and I'm like, man, who is this guy? And that's how they explained you. They was like, bro, I don't know how to explain it, but like this nigga been around for a minute working, like, and I'm like, okay, I can't be mad at that. I hope somebody say that about me.
Literally,
they literally was like, man, he a singer, like he does like Afro beats, but it's like, bro, like dude been grinding, like, and I think they was like, man, it's dope to see that he's like popping off now, but he's been doing this for a minute.
Been moving, bro. I've been moving, and the thing is, people don't understand. Like when we, when we get to where we want to get to, there's people that's gonna be like, how they get there? Like we said, we keep the history online. You're gonna see how we grew every year organically. How we didn't worry about a handout. We didn't go chase anyone. Like, hey, you need to work with us. We got it from the mud. We're still getting it from the mud, and we will forever get it from the mud wherever we go.
Yo, your story is kind of different than traditional people in your culture. It's crazy because like your mom's did music.
Yeah, she did.
She did it in Ghana, right?
Yeah, you did your homework.
Like usually, like when you like, like I speak with people from the African culture. Like of course, is that stereotype. All your parents want you to be a doctor. Like it's like engineers. Like you got to do this to get money. But then it's like your mom's was actually in the industry doing music. How was did she ever? Do you ever have conversations about her background coming up trying to make music?
She always makes that joke, and it's true, but she's like, you guys got your voice for me. And we know that, but she just likes to brag about it. So when we get on certain platforms or venues, she's like, you got that for me. I'm like, Ma, we give you all the flowers. We know. So it's like, it's crazy because the stereotype is real. That's a real thing. But I'm so blessed. I have like, when you're younger, you don't really take, you kind of take certain things for granted with parents. Like, why you always on me? Why you always talking to me? But when you get older, you realize that your parents are goats. Like my mom, my dad, everyone knows me knows. My parents, they are top line supporters. If I'm going to perform right now in China, they're gonna get a flight and they're gonna go. They go hard for the kid. They show love. They're not into the whole Dr. Lori stuff. They just want you to do something that makes sense. And if it's making the pattern is aligning, they're gonna get aboard. They all aboard on.
But you never talked to her about that transition for her, because I'm assuming that her parents were kind of like that traditional. You want to go to this, that. Or maybe not. Did you ever talk to her about it?
It's funny because we haven't had a deep conversation about that yet, but I'm actually going to have to do that because, you're right. I need to get down.
Get on camera, too. That should be hard.
I'm telling you. No, you're right.
Because it probably was some barriers that she had to break first generation of being in the music industry, right, from the culture.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine, because I hear it from a younger perspective, but I don't know how you mind, but that's 30-something years later. So imagine 30-something years prior when your mom's is trying to make music and her parents are like, what the fuck is this? Like,
you just gave me a great idea. I definitely need to talk to her.
That shit would be hard,
Yeah, I definitely need to.
Damn. So question. Your style of music, right? Afrobeat, R&B vibe. If you had to give me a top 5 Afro beats of all time, what would it be?
Top 5 record from Afrobeats? Well, I'm biased because I grew up in the new school generation. So my
age. You're not
no, but Afrobeats been gone they've been going on for so long. So it's like some people probably give like a super old song, but me, I would give something that's like in the newer generation.
Yeah, give me something that I would know, because come on, man, I just got hip to this shit too.
Well, Burna Boy, Ye is one of those ones. Yeah, that's one of the joints that's one of the joints.
You would say top 5?
in this new school generation, I would say.
I mean, that speaks volume of the record, though.
Yeah, literally. I would say that's one of them. I would say.
Yo, this episode is sponsored by the Morning Meetup. Man, shout out to my guy, David Shands, man. He's probably one of the few people I know who actually built multiple multi-million-dollar businesses, right? He created the Morning Meetup to help other entrepreneurs do the same thing. Now, listen. As an entrepreneur myself, I know how hard it can get, especially when we start making money and we get to like this financial cap that we can't get past. And honestly, let's be real. They say it ain't what you know, it's who you know. We probably can't get past this cap because we either, one, outgrew the people around us, or two, we just being lazy and we ain't in the rooms we need to be in. It's just plain and simple. But trust me, this is your time because the Morning Meetup is that room we got to be in. It's filled with entrepreneurs getting to it. They reading different books every month, right? They holding each other accountable. And it's just honestly just something dope to be a part of. So listen, if you're an entrepreneur and you trying to get to this bag, you trying to flourish more than you've been flourishing now, you got to go to the morningmeetup.com. That's www.themorningmeetup.com and join now. Let's get to it. I see you there.
Davido, he has a record called A. No, I don't. Falling is cool, but I like. It's called IEA. It's a record that he has as well. Go? It's like she don't want designer. She don't want the money.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's one of the two I would say. Three. So let me third. Well, right now there's a record that's hot. I would say in this new school generation, last, you know, Burner. Mm-hmm. You know, we don't got last. Everybody go chop yet. I would say that's one of them. 4.
Isn't it crazy how Burner Boy is
going crazy? And he got it from the mud. People don't. Burner got it from the mud, and that's why when he's popping off like this, it's like he got it from the mud too, just like that too. So it's a blessing.
All right, so we got Burner Boy with 2 records up there. Mm-hmm. We got
Davido.
Yeah. That's 3, so 4 and 5.
Oh, WizKid got some joints. Drizzy got bang. That's one of the guys that's paid the lane for a lot of these guys. What's one of my favorite WizKid records?
He's still going crazy too.
He literally.
That shit's crazy. He's a cheat code.
Now, literally.
Him and Burner Boy cheat code.
literally. A WizKid top record of mine. I can't think of one right now at the moment.
Yeah, it's crazy because I was niggas gonna kill me on YouTube, right?
Oh yeah.
So I was looking for a song, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to find a song, but I didn't know the name of it, right? So I go in my notepad. I'm like, bros, what's the name of the song?
Yeah.
They be like, Rely.
What song is that?
I don't know. Nigga said it was a terrible.
Oh, True Love. That's a great record.
Bro, you know what's crazy? Nah, fuck that. What's your name, bro?
Bryce.
Shout out to Bryce, because I goes in the message. I'm like, yo, help me with the song. It go like this. They bro, that's a terrible impersonation, a soundbite of me trying to figure it out. But you see, he got it right off the buck. Like, let me see, bro. Let me pull this up, bro.
No, he's called
What
True
is it
Love.
called?
It's called True Love. That's a banger.
Who does it?
WizKid.
That shit is one. That's one of the most fire.
Yeah, it's a good vibe. And yeah, it's definitely a great.
So
vibe.
give me your next 2. You gotta give me your next 2.
Right now. So there's a record, Colosso is one of the hot ones right now. Oxlade, he's one of those. Oxlade is a singer. It's Colosso, right? That's one of his records. What's my 5th record, I would say? I'm real biased when it comes to, that's it. That's the one right there. That's the one. I gotta look at my phone, man. That's the 5th record I would say right now that's hot.
That's not in your top 5?
That's not my top 5. It's not.
God,
I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a great record though. I'm not gonna lie. But
all right, so I ain't too far off.
Yeah.
All right.
What's up?
I gotta say this shit.
What's up? Oh, Asake is hot right now. Organized. It's called Organized.
Okay, so you gotta do it again. Top 5.
So Davido, Asake, Organized. What else I say? I said WizKid. Did I say WizKid? I think. Yay by Burna Boy. Last by Burna Boy. What's my 5th? I said. One more. I would say what's that record? I just pulled it up. Literally. 5. That's tough. I don't listen to I can't bring myself in this because I like my songs, but we can go with the WizKid record. WizKid got a lot of. I would say
whatever record it is, you got to do the 5 over though.
Oh man, so we would say the 5. So top from the jump, I'll say Burna Boy last. Burna Boy Yay, Davido A, 4th, Asake organized, and then we'll go with 5. 5 we'll go with Wizkid. Money necessary. What's that song? Cairo. Looking for Cairo.
Okay.
Looking for. I like that song a lot.
Is Last is that the song when they talking about like if I'm broke, it ain't none of your business, something like that, or is that another song?
That might be another song.
Finesse
is a great record. That's a great record. Great record.
Finesse.
Yeah.
What is he talking about exactly?
Good question. I think
You better know. You gotta know.
I think he's just talking about. It's really just a vibe. Like he's just talking about like if you're broke, don't rock with me. Like or like it's just a party vibe. Honestly, I think it's really just a vibe.
I feel like you might have copped out and your coach ain't gonna fuck with
you.
Yeah. There's gonna be somebody that know what the fuck you talking about. Be like, nah, bro.
If I said it wrong, I'm sorry.
You're not gonna fuck with that.
You put me on the spot.
You're not gonna fuck with that, bro. Yo, what are some misconceptions about like Afro beats and other types of music? Like, now I don't want to say West Indian music because I feel like that's clearly a difference. But even now, some people get that mixed up. I don't know why, but what's some misconceptions of the Afro beats music? And is it Afro beats music and African music? Is it separate? Is it different genres inside of the culture as well?
So there's different sounds to Afro beats. There's like the Afino that's popping right now. The South African sounds. Afro beats. The thing about Afrobeats, it's been around for a long time, but what I would say, I think is just now starting to hit the American wave. Like, there's a few artists, big time artists, I think they just started like bringing that wave over here. But Afrobeats been here for 30, 40 plus years. So I think people are realizing that just now, and it's great because better late than never, like we always say. But I would say it's just now starting to get accepted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who you think had the biggest impact or influence of it getting accepted in the States right now?
It's a few of them. I would say Wizkid, I would say Davido, and I would say Burna Boy. I would say those 3 was the heavy guys that came here, put in the work, and they made people like Drake and people like Chris Brown get on remixes. So those are guys that set the tone, and they got those popular American guys like Chris Brown and Drake to get on remixes. So that everybody knowing Chris Brown and Drake on our feature, it goes crazy.
As an artist, though, right? So many people try to put Drake in this category of like being a culture vulture.
Yeah.
Some people will look at it as he's really opening the doors for other like diverse music. How do you look at it?
I look at it in both ways. I would say I think it's a great thing because people need that platform. You got somebody like Drake or like a Justin Bieber, somebody like those type of guys. They get on your song, that's an automatic million plus people that's on your side that never heard of you. So I don't look at it that way, and I'm big on because I do a lot of features too. I'm big on holding your own. I feel like if you feature somebody on the song, you need to hold your own. I don't care who it is. I feel like as long as you hold your own in that part, you're good. You know. I just feel like you just have to really just hold your own, in my opinion.
No, I think he does a great job at like just putting light to different cultures, right? Because it's and especially, but I feel like it's not fair for people to call him a culture vulture because if I really like something. I should be able to show you what I like because it's kind of like if I come to you, give me the aux. That's why some niggas can't get the aux in the car. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, I'm gonna play what I like, and hopefully everybody like it. So I feel like Drake came from a culture where he probably was introduced to mad different type of cultures and music. Like Toronto is a huge place, right, when it comes to music and
all
culture.
the sounds over there too.
Exactly. So I feel like I think he does a great job at introducing us to new things, man.
Because you need it. Any artist, they're a liar. They say no. Drake call you right now, and he say you want to get on the song, you're gonna get on. It don't matter if you're Drake's biggest hater. You're gonna clear your open verse and let Drake do whatever he do on that song because you know the streams, royalty, everything is gonna go crazy. Life's gonna be good for you. You know.
Yo, you about to do? Is it Afrochella?
Afrochella, yes.
I said it right. All right, so Afrochella. Matter of fact, not even Afrochella. Let's not get that. You headlining something.
Yes.
Back home.
Union Stage in DC.
Union Stage.
Yes, sir.
How do you prepare for that?
I think I'm big on obviously prayer, of course, but I'm big on the rehearsals. I feel like you have to not only those professional rehearsals. You're in the venue doing your thing. But I'm talking more like you gotta be like your own biggest fan. Like you gotta be in the mirror, singing, doing what you need to do. So I really think I'm big on just really understanding that I have to practice. I can't just go out there and freestyle it, because the bigger you grow, the bigger eyes you get on you. So I think I'm big on just running regular practices, of course, but just really just mirror because what you practice in the mirror is most likely what you're gonna do on that stage. So I'm really big on that, man. I'm really, really big on that.
I think repetition is definitely key too, right? I feel like, I mean, you know, it's like with anything. Like if you repeat it over and over again, like practice makes permanent. You know what I'm saying? It don't make perfect, but it makes permanent. You know what I'm saying?
Like that.
And definitely progress, right? Practice make progress as well. So like as long as you keep practicing, even if you fall short of your expectation, it's gonna be great. You know what I'm saying? Only you gonna see the mistakes.
Yes, sir.
Damn, I can rap.
I like
you
the bar.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's the bar.
You know what I'm saying? Like, throw me on the feature,
That's
bro.
the bar.
Like,
Literally.
J Hill, J Addo.
J Hill, I like that.
Yo, so like, how do you working all the time, right? You come to the A, doing mad things, video shoots, interviews, you name it, right?
Yeah.
But like you said, you got family at the crib, and we come from like the same background when it comes to that blended family style.
Yeah.
How are you dealing with? We came to have a conversation, just like, you know, but be prepared. Yeah. How are you dealing with the lack of time and the emotions that come behind it from the family?
That's a great question. I think even talking about it, you know, I've talked about it in some few interviews with her, about her too. So I think that, you know, when I was going so hard from 2019 to 2020, we ended up actually breaking up around that time, you know. So I think that was my reality check. Like, all right, Jeff, I know you're going hard with the passion, but you need to take care of home too. So I would say that breakup was the best makeup I ever needed, because it was a thing where it's like, okay, you can't just be so hard on your passion, forgetting that you have this phenomenal woman that's held you down. When you came back, even before when you're on your hiatus and you came back, she's been holding it down. So you can't just neglect that. So I think that breakup that we had was the best for me.
How long was the breakup?
Like 5-6 months.
Damn.
5-6 months. And I don't care what no one says. When you have a best friend that you talk to every day and they gone, real men, you gonna shed some tears.
Hell
you know, you gonna shed some real tears.
Give
you know,
me 2 weeks. I'm
telling you, there's a lot of guys. No, I'm good. Of course, I'll tell my guys that I'm good, but the ones that really know me, they know, hey, bro, what's going on? Let's check on me. You know, things like that.
Nigga, a week and a half. I'm crying. I'm hurt. I'm mad. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, it's crazy. Now that I'm older, I probably cry more. But when I was younger, that would happen. And you know what I would do? Fuck mad bitches. I'm just being real.
And you know the crazy thing about it, I think as men, we scared of facing that mirror, man. We're scared of waking up. That's you and I. So we do a lot of. All right, let me see who the next girl's gonna be. Pain. Yep. And then you know what happens? You bring that girl along. You break her heart. So you just broke 5 hearts. You probably could have been cool with them. They could have been cool. They could have showed you different sides of you, helped you out, got you to certain things. But what you did, you used your flesh. And now, look, you ruined 5 girls off of your pain. Or
you know what else you did?
Because went to therapy.
You know what else you did?
Yeah.
You dig in a deeper hole, right?
Man.
And what it's doing is, okay, that's karma. Boom, that's more karma. Boom, that's more karma. Like, damn, like we gotta relax, because that shit what goes around comes around some type of way.
And men are big on that. Men don't like looking themselves in the mirror, and I feel like men, we gotta get out that habit where it's like we can't talk to our guys about certain stuff. It's okay, like it's okay to cry to your mans. It's okay to your bro. It's okay to, hey, I'm not good right now, bro. Like I'm not okay, but I will be okay. Or can you help me be okay? We're so cool when it's time to turn up, birthday party, pull up. That's my bro. But are you really my bro when it's dark? You know.
You know what else we need to be okay with?
Yeah.
Telling a motherfucker they did wrong.
Telling you.
Like, yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I know you think you lit right now. You getting all these hoes.
Yeah.
But I think it's something deeper than that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's, you know what I'm saying? I think you should check that out. For real. A lot of times we get this ego and this pride thing going, and we think the measurement of how many chicks we got is the measurement of how big our ego is, or how lit of a man we are, and it's the opposite.
Literally the opposite.
Right? It's like, bro, you getting all these chicks and sleeping with all these women is really just showing your insecurities, right? Because you can't even, like you said, face yourself in the mirror.
You can't.
Man, we could talk some shit, bro.
I'm telling you.
I think for me, like for the time shit, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it gets sticky. Yeah. That's why I asked you, because I'm like, man, you working.
Yeah.
So how are you intentionally making that time? Like, what are some things you're doing intentionally? Teach me, help me.
Man, date nights are important. Flowers here and there, once a month, twice a month, whatever you want to do is important. Asking her, do check-ins. We do check-ins. We're big on that. Like every end of the month, We have real conversations, what I can do better, what she could do better, what we're doing good, what we're doing bad. So I think having those transparent conversations help a lot too, because I mean, it's a relationship, you know, ups and downs, you know. And my thing is, I'm big on keeping her in communication, letting her know this is so-and-so, this is what we're doing today. She's in my shared calendar for my management. Like, she gets the alert. When I get a booking or whatever, what's going on, she sees it. If I got a studio session, she sees it. So she's in the loop. And what I messed up at first, I assumed, when I first got where I assumed in 2019, I was like, I didn't think you cared about that. She's like, did you ever ask me? Never asked. I just assumed that you don't care about, you know, I'm going to the studio. I didn't feel like I needed to just tell you. But I think when I realized after the breakup, like I said, a lot of things opened up, and I was like, damn, that was a hard 5 months, you know. Obviously, you wouldn't know. I mean, nobody would probably knew I wasn't okay, but at the same time, I was like, I'm going to be okay, you know, and if we get back together, we do. If we don't, we don't. But I understood, like, that was the greatest breakup ever, because I understood that, if I say I want this person for the rest of my life, I need to show it. So, like I said, date nights, just keeping her feeling special, like they always say. You date him once, you got to date him forever. Everything you did to get him, that's what you got to do to keep him.
Facts.
That's what you got to do to keep him. You know, it ain't no, let me go hard for 2 years, and then once she gets this and that, I can just take a break. Nah.
Or even being able to maneuver, right? Like, even like in the music industry, right? The music that you made when you first started, you can't make that same music.
Telling you.
You got to be able to adjust with the time, right? Adapt with the time. Because if you don't adapt, you're going to get lost, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of similar in a relationship, because sometimes you can't do the same things you did to get them to keep them, because what happened is over time, I mean, it's been like, I think you've been with your lady for like 8 years.
Yeah, we got together 2015 in September, yep.
That's a long time, right? So me, I think it's been like 5 years, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes the things you did to get them, to get their attention, they start not to like that.
Tell you, got to switch it up.
Right, so now you got to like, damn, I got to learn how to.
Because they're growing every day.
Attract you. Exactly, right? Like, well, sometimes that shit, you know, it's crazy because, like, we think, like, we talk about this flesh.
Yeah.
We attracted by the flesh. We think we like something, and then we get it, and it be the same thing we hate it for, right?
Telling you.
It's like my girl probably like me because, like, I used to host parties all the time, right? She think, oh, my God, he's so
lit.
dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's so popular. He can keep the crowd going, and we get together, and you see, I still got to host parties all the time, and now you hate it because
telling you.
the same reason they love you be the same reason they hate you. It's like, I got to host parties all the time.
So get paid.
So guess what? Just like you probably saw me in your face smiling. Yeah. I gotta host parties all the time.
Smile at them too.
You get what I'm saying?
You flirt with them. No, I'm being nice. I have to.
Like, it's like I was working when I met you.
Be an asshole.
It's like I was doing. I was the same person. But now you gotta grow with time. It's crazy, man. That shit is fire, man. Damn, man. So, like, what are some of the people you trying to work with now?
Well, you know, it's crazy because I used to be quick on saying big names and things like that, but I'm at a point where it's like I'm working with those that are working with me. I don't care if you got 600 followers, 6,000 followers, and one thing is, it's true. So I would love to work with these big names, but I'm not at that point where it's like I'm not chasing them no more. I'm making my own grind. I'm making my own wave. I got my own following, and my thing is, the same people that I wanted to work with, those big time people, I'm going to be in those same rooms with y'all real soon. And you know what they say? Them idols become them rivals, man. And the hunt get hunted, you know? So it's like I'm just really working with those that's working with me. I'm working with people that make sense, that really genuinely want to be there for me, because like we were talking about earlier, it's easy. When you're hot, your phone is ringing. You know, let's get a feature, let's do this. But I feel like I'm just going to work with those that's working with me. Keep building. It's a lot of talent out here, man. I swear it is, man. So I would love to drop them big names, but right now I'm just moving how God has it moving, you know, honestly.
I think Issa Rae said it one time, right? You got to work parallel, right? Side by side. A lot of times we try to work up and we skip over the people that's right next to us because they be the ones that blow too, right? And it's crazy because, like, I intentionally, what I say right before, sometimes when I get in these spells, I force myself to do the opposite. Like, so, like, I've been doing these big time interviews. And, of course, I could be like, nah, I just want to do all big time interviews. But it's like, I ain't there yet. Yeah. So let me not ignore these calls because, you know what I'm saying, that shit can stop. And if that shit stop and this shit stop, you're done. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, I think some people call it humble. Like, nah, I ain't being humble, honestly. I'm still working the same as if I was 5 years ago. You know, I ain't letting nothing change. Yeah. It's crazy because do you ever think about when your big break hit, what you will do?
What I would do? So when I like,
and what is that big break? Before you even say what you'll do, what is that big break first?
I just think signing a deal, a life-changing deal that makes sense for everybody.
What is that?
Honestly,
you gotta see it.
Yeah,
power words.
Like
right?
you just said, the goal right now, 2023, is just getting a distribution deal that makes sense for the grind. Like I really want to be independent, so I want a distribution deal that makes sense, that can take care of my family, of course, my direct family, and just letting my people that's been there for me for day one. I want to get on tour, all of that stuff. Like I just want stuff that makes sense, you know. And like you just said, I talked earlier, power of the tongue. Want to be on tour in 2023. I want to get a big deal that makes sense for my career, you know, financially, spiritually, mentally, physically, everything that makes sense, you know. I just want to be happy because, like, you know, the industry is tricky, you know. You know, it's hot. One day you're hot, one day you're cold, you know. So it's kind of like I want things that make sense that's going to take care of me, take care of my people, my direct family, and we're well on the way. That's how I see that big break, like just calling my boy, hey, bro, we're going to Miami for the day. Hey, bro, we just got a call to be in Zimbabwe for the day. Y'all got y'all, you know, we on the way. So it's just getting those life-changing calls that I think those stuff that makes sense the most.
You could tell you from like somewhere else because I would have never even thought of to say nothing like Zimbabwe. I would never even thought of that. Like,
I'm telling you.
Like, where the fuck is that? That's the way you want to go or something? I would never even thought about it. Like, where the fuck is that at?
I'm telling you.
Where is that?
Africa.
Oh, shit.
Africa, man. Yeah.
Clearly. I would have never known that. Clearly is in Africa.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Shit, that shit next to Wakanda.
I'm telling you.
But are you ready for that though?
I'm ready, now, man. I'm ready.
If somebody calls you and says, I want you to go on tour, are you ready for it?
I'm ready. Like I put in the grind, the effort. I've literally been going against the odds. You know, a lot of people, it's so funny because, you know, I'm pretty sure you can relate. When you first start, there's a lot of non-believers, but those non-believers, they like spinning that block. They like tables turn, you know? So I'm ready, man. I feel like I put in so much grind, so much effort to my craft. It's like I'm hungry. Like, I'm not thirsty. There's a big difference. A lot of people are hungry. A lot of people are thirsty. They say whatever, do whatever, get in the rooms. I'm not thirsty. I'm hungry because I know, like I said, I know this is God on date. I know God is going to make a way here. So I'm so hungry to the point where it's like they're going to be like, oh, everyone knows your Instagram, all your stats, everything is your resume. So they're going to be like, oh, he's been grinding from here. He grew from here, grew from there. He's ready. He's ready. So I know when that call comes, no questions asked. I'm ready. I'm ready to take over the world, man. Ready.
Might be young, but you ready.
I'm ready.
My God. Yo, what are some things that we should look out for on the way, man?
So I just finished my album. I finished my EP. So I did an album this year called J. Addo Memoirs, dropped in 2022. I finished my EP. So I'm dropping that definitely in 2023. And a lot of shows, a lot of music videos on the way. Got a lot of content loading, ready to just. There's a J. Addo storm coming. There's a big storm coming, and you know when them storms come, they don't stop. So I'm literally have a lot of stuff that's loaded up, music stuff, events, shows, music videos, a lot of things on the way, man. Like 2023, if you don't know me now, you're going to find out really soon. Is that the camera right there, Jay?
That's you right
there. If you don't know me now, you're going to find out real soon. Mark my words. Let's get it.
Let them know how to follow you and everything.
So all platforms, J-Addo301, J-A-D-D-O 301 on Instagram. Same thing on Twitter, J.ADDO on all platforms, my music. And we're going to go crazy. Great talking to you, man. It was informative, fun. You got my support. Yes, anything I could help, you know what I'm saying, just let me know. Feelings mutual, brother. My God, J. Addo is here. You already know, J Hill Podcast. Mr. J Hill is a wrap. We out. Yes, sir.